Yeah, I got stick because I was terrible at football, but not for being gay. My name is Luke Tuffs and I am the first team manager of Ashford Town Football Club. I'm one of the only out managers, or coaches or even players, I guess, that identifies as gay. Ashford, we're a semi-professional football club. We are 3 promotions off the National League or 2 off the Conference South over the last few years, but certainly at the turn of the noughties it was one of the bigger clubs in the area, and for a number of years it was in and around the playoffs around top of Ryman Premier, which is obviously where we want to try and get back to. I started at Cove doing the reserves and after that started doing my coaching badges. And we went over to Sutton Common Rovers, which, as you know, is also part of Surrey FA. So I did the reserves over there. I went and got my level 2, and at the end of that journey, I got my first full-time job, which was coaching in America. So I moved to America for a year where I coached all of the age groups. And at the end of that, when I returned, I got 2 job offers at the same time. So I did the 2 things simultaneously, which was great. I came out when I was very young, when I was only around 16 years old, and we went out clubbing. It was before they checked your ID quite as much as they do, and they managed to get me into, it was Pantiles it was called back then, and there were some girls in the corner, and they were looking at me and they said, "Go on Tuffs, why don't you go for it?" And drunken me stupidly said, "Oh, I've got a boyfriend," and showed them a picture, and they were all a little bit surprised. And the next 48 hours before training, I was panic city, as you can imagine, but I turned up at training, and they said, "Tuffs, do you try and tell us something?" And now they were good as gold. I think that firstly, it's still a sign of us as a culture where you grow up and it is still seen as a little bit weird and a little bit different, which does translate over. And with that, there are no role models that are out. And I think you'll find the more people come out, the easier it will be to be yourself. You can be gay and you can be successful in sport at a good level. There has been no comments. I've had nothing of the sort personally. I think that potentially some people would argue that's because I act in a straight way, so to speak. And obviously there are some gay people that are more effeminate, and whether they would find it the same as I do, I don't know. And obviously there's no yardstick to tell that, but certainly from my perspective, I feel loved and I feel very looked after, and I'm very happy. The biggest part falls, unfortunately, on people that actually are already out, that are gay in football, to be visible, because the more visibility there is, the more people will see that it's normal, and the more people like that are out. It doesn't need to be a manager or a coach or a player, it could be a secretary, it could be a car park attendant, but if someone comes out and they're still treated in the same way, and they're still part of the club and part of the banter, part of the infrastructure, part of everything, then you'll see the younger ones that are coming through will look up and say, actually, it's okay to be me, it's not going to be a problem. For young players that are struggling with their identity, that happen to think they're gay or lesbian or whatnot, that are in the sport, is you can be successful. I guarantee if you came out, you would be met with so much support and so much love, and you will achieve, it won't hold you back. You'll get more positives than negatives, and I certainly think that coming out and being able to be myself and not have to hide who I am and not have to worry that someone's going to find out who I am or things like that, it's helped me develop, it's helped me be happy.